And I think that is a dilemma for the state in how you move the community college system to greater success. I think those are wonderful relationships, but I think those can be worked out locally. I'm not sure you have to, you might find some ways to encourage that. And Oregon is able to do that with a state university system and locally controlled community college. So I think it's a wonderful arrangement, and students really have a sense of identity. At Oregon State, they also get they get library passes. They also get tickets to the football game, and that's worth something.
Senator Emerson, and then Commissioner Shapiro.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your testimony. I found it very interesting. For lack of a better term, many community colleges provide some enhanced programs for their students, such as physician assistants, nurse practitioners, dental hygiene, and law enforcement. Yet their fee structure is not able to pay for those programs. Do you feel that California is losing out by not having a dual fee structure for people who are on track for those types of programs versus just going on to providing for college entrance and higher education?
Yes. I know how politically sensitive that is in the state. I watched what happened here when that was proposed. I think it was here on this campus, if I'm not mistaken. And I think that that's foolish. Those are high value, high wage, high value. I mean, there are a lot of rewards. There's no reason why in the world they should be stuck with the fee structure that exists for the rest of the institution, which I think is the flawed fee structure as well. So overall, yes, I think that's right.
Commissioner Shapiro?
I just want to give context to what you've told us. Did I hear you correctly that you said that there, in essence, no desired goals expressed in the system and no way to implement them? If they
Well, without
exist?
goals, I mean, anything works, right? You don't have you don't have a body any longer that helps set the goals. I don't think your legislation, actually, you may have passed some legislation a couple years ago that put in place some goals, but there are no metrics. Your institutions, there's no deal that you want to, or that you reward increases that are what you want as a state. If you want greater equity, I presume that that would be a goal that you might want, that you would have some very strong signal to the institution. I don't think your institutions are acting untoward to the interests of the state. I just don't think it's very clear what those interests are.
And that, would you not agree that that's the fundamental question, even before the question of how you finance?
I think it'd be impossible to have a performance-based system of finance if you didn't have an idea what performance was.
And we don't.
That's what I would say.
Right. So with that in mind, I guess everything else seems somewhat secondary. So how would one put together what those goals might be?
Well, that's a lot that you don't have to reinvent the wheel here. Many states have been going through this in a serious way in terms of identifying first the goals, then the metrics they want to use in terms of measuring those goals, and then the shares of resources and the nature of the resources that would flow to meeting those goals. The greatest fear that many people who are concerned about equity have is that a lot of the focus has been on graduation numbers, and you can, or graduation rates, I should say. And the easiest way to get your graduation rate up is not